Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to the show, Collecting Profit. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, was not as you can see, nobody else on the screen. I was not able to get a guest for tonight, so you just have to deal with me. Hey, there are worse. There's worse people you could have to deal with. Worse. So, if you're selling, if you're watching the show on replay, and oh, Matty Ice is here. If you're watching the show on replay, or if you're in the audience, and if you're a regular seller on eBay, what's been selling for you? For me, honestly, all sports has been selling. I've sold hockey, basketball, football, baseball. I for football, it's been Bowman. You Locking. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. For me, for my football product that's been selling every now, a couple of stars, but most of it has been guys that just got drafted. Their Bowman U cards have been selling. Um, I've had a few hockey cards sell, and I kind of look up, and some of those players did, have been, scoring some goals, been playing in the playoffs. So I say, you might not think about hockey all the time, but right now during the playoffs, great time to think about hockey and basketball. Not a lot of basketball. I don't have a lot of basketball listed. I do have to get more of it listed. I don't have a lot, but um, again, playoff teams, those players are selling. And then we have baseball. Baseball continues to sell. Keep lifting everything, and just go from there. Like I said, it has been quiet. Hey Huddle, I'm sending you $20. The card hobbyist won a credit for your rip and ships. Oh, okay. Excellent. Cool. Cool. I didn't know. Uh, uh, I must have missed that. But thanks a lot. I'm sure that was probably on Mike's stream. Yeah, I really wanted to be there, but yeah, coming down to the end of the baseball season. Orlando, what is going on, buddy? How's everything going? I hope all is well. We're coming down to the end of the baseball season. This was our last weekend of the regular season. We got playoffs starting this week, so um, hasn't been fantastic. Haven't ended the way we would have liked to, regular season. But hey, we got a good draw for the playoffs, and hopefully we can, right the ship, as they say. But like I'm saying, baseball is still selling, and still selling some, some weird stuff. I have some minor league cards that are selling, um, you know, and just like no name players. I mean, you're not no name players, but I mean players that are playing, but not superstar cards. A lot of lower end cards, wrestling cards, and Owen. Wrestling cards are still selling. Stupid. Drop Valley Sports and no more Royals. Oh man, that is horrible. Horrible. Hey, if you have T-Mobile, you can get the MLB extra innings or whatever it is for free if you're a T-Mobile customer. If you have a child who's in college, um, I believe MLB TV gives you a discount, if you use their college email. So might be a way. Budget rip, same in Detroit. So bummer, guys. Hey, what are you gonna do, guys? I mean, it is what it is. It stinks. We have to deal with this kind of. We have to deal with this kind of stuff. You know, um, the cable companies doing what they do. And yeah, it's funny because you just want to enjoy baseball, right? Just want to enjoy, local sports, and you can't. and it's a damn shame, you know. And then MLB with their blackout crap, you know, that's another thing. That's the only other bad thing you have. Like if you're in the area and you don't get Bally and you decide to get MLB TV, you might not be able to get the Royals games. You might only get the audio, not the move, not the video. So what I heard people are doing is they're getting, you know, like a VPN. They're basically saying, you know, they live in Idaho, so you know, the MLB TV thinks that you're in Idaho, so when you're in Idaho, they'll show you the Royals game. So it's a little on the crazy side. Dusty, ripping and the shipping. What is going on, my brother? But that's crazy. You know, I wish they didn't do that kind of stuff, man. You know, like I said, you know, sales. You know, always, you know, hey, if you're trying to sell stuff now, you know, consider basketball, consider hockey. I mean, you got and you know, I mean, honestly, I would consider basketball, hockey, football, and baseball. I would consider, you know, Bowman U football because you know you get some of these guys that got drafted. I mean, I just somebody just bought the guy that the Ravens drafted out of Clemens, Wiggins, uh, Xavier Worthy. I've sold his card, so well, it's something to go ahead and think about if you're selling. You know, if you have any of that Bowman U that you haven't ripped, maybe think about ripping it. Excuse me, and throwing it up, you know, on eBay. Sell some of those cards. You know, but you know, from that standpoint, um, but again, dollar figures depend, right? I mean, you know, you can't go ahead and you can't sell, you know, a lot of these, you know, the more base cards. You gotta consider, you know, pricing them to sell, not pricing them to keep. You know, from that standpoint. But man, the hobbies, man, amazing. You know, pretty good day today from a release standpoint. First time, I guess they said that they added, uh, heritage minis. I tried to get a box, but sold out very quickly on tops. Uh, it's the first one they're doing like this, so it's weird. You know, you go ahead and I believe this is a new release of heritage minis, you know, but you take away some of the stuff that people really liked. And I'm not saying that people don't like heritage. There are people who like heritage, but it's a basic card. You know, I mean, it's a 1975 design. It's what it is. I get that people want to see the older ones, but when you figure you take away fire, when you take away, gallery, when you take away, you know, that type of stuff, just to go ahead and do a mini of heritage, eh, you know, so we had that today. But again, a release day, you had basketball released, Recon, Panini released Recon today. Upper Deck released the Ultimate Collection in hockey, which that's probably gonna wind up doing pretty well. More 90s sealed boxes, zing zang gone. Really, you're selling you're selling sealed boxes, Dusty, or are you selling packs, or are you opening up and selling the cards? Which one of those three are you doing, or are you doing all of them? Upper Deck had two releases today. Upper Deck released hockey and they released Marvel Annual, which looks pretty interesting. 5 cards per back, 16 packs per box. That seems sealed boxes flipping. Very nice. Very, very nice. Must be I mean that's cool to go ahead and find. That was a cool find. Very nice. Way to go, man. Looking forward to it. And I think that I think next week is the big one because you got 24 Bowman baseball coming out. You know, from that standpoint. You know, but when you're looking at baseball products, because you know, most of us here were really more baseball people, not a lot. I mean, they have Bowman baseball next week on the 8th. Nothing's I mean, no baseball the week at it on the, you know. The next baseball product, wow, is going to be Panini Stars and Stripes USA baseball. So that's the young kids. That's like the 18U. I think from that's the I think that's those kids. But you really don't. I mean, June's not really. I mean, not that big. And again, from a standpoint of baseball, it looks. I guess Panini. I guess they're going to keep doing it. But to me, I don't know why they do. I mean, I was I was traveling earlier part of this week, and I went ahead and stopped in two different Walmarts, and there was plenty of 23. The Prism draft was on there. Regular Prism baseball, Chronicles baseball was all sitting on the shelf for Panini stuff. So I don't think I mean, people just I don't think they're buying it the way they used to. It used to seem you would, but now people don't want the veterans. They don't. A lot of people don't want. I mean, there are a lot of people that want those, but they don't want to open up a box with those. You know. Hey, Kenneth. My second go around with 90s basketball seal acts definitely high on my list to find deals on. Well, I hope you can go ahead and find them. Chronicles on the 24th. Let me see here. Yep. Panini Chronicles, 2023 Chronicles on the 24th. Blasters have been good. Blasters, I tell you, I give them credit for that. They do put some good stuff, in Blasters. They have done a good job, especially with the wrestling product. With the wrestling product, they've done a lot of good stuff. With that, I always like Chronicles. I mean, I don't, it's going to stink when you think about all the different ones you can get, and when Tops takes it over or Fanatics takes it over, we're probably not going to get that same, that same variety out of a Chronicles. If we're even going to wind up getting Chronicles, we might not. I think there's a really good chance that we won't get it, or a Chronicles type product, from that standpoint. I mean, I wonder. I know, like with baseball, Panini can do what they do. They can do minor league guys, and they can do veterans. I wonder if they can do what they might be able to do with wrestling. I can't imagine they can do much because you already get the retired, or the retired wrestlers, as well as the current wrestlers in boxes. So I would think there's not much they could do with that. You know, um, what do you guys think of the football that Tops is going to come out with, and they're going to release at some point in time? It looks like they're going to release Tops Chrome basketball. There's a picture on their IG, Tops Chrome with Yama with the autograph. It just says San Antonio, and you see the black jersey. So, what do you guys think of? What do you think of that? Let me go ahead and bring this up. What do you guys think of that? Tops Chrome basketball has the rookie shield. The cool little rookie shield. I like the card. The card looks really, really nice. You know, um, I mean, it's a clean looking card. I think I think that's going to be pretty cool. And then the other thing they showed football. They're doing this. This is called motif football. To me, that's another interesting one. But I think they are going to look to do like a Tops Chrome, a Tops Cosmic in football. So it does. Yes, yeah, I agree. It definitely looks. It definitely looks like the. Oops, sorry. Looks like the 23. Design. Uh, you know, Simple. I like it. I think it's a good thing for them to go ahead and do. Platinum anniversary is 140, so I think we're about. Wow. You are kidding me. I missed the price on that one, 140 for that product? Damn. But it's nice. Yeah. Yeah, dusty, clean, simple. I like it. I like it. I mean, even though, now, let me ask you guys a question. We talk so much about licensed product. This is a not licensed product. Would you buy this? Would you buy this? Would you buy this? It's not licensed. A lot of times we beat up Panini. Ah, you can't believe they go ahead and they do this stuff in Panini and no logos, no this, no that. Are you guys gonna consider buying this stuff? I mean, I will. So I'm just stupid that way. You know. I think it's interesting. Then I thought this other thing was pretty. Also, they're doing this stuff where they are having photos of their flagship card on the you see on the knob of the bat. Then they are gonna cut that off, and then they're gonna put that in a one of one. It'll be a one of one. That's pretty cool. You don't buy football or basketball boxes. I'm just curious. Who's this guy here who buys basketball boxes? Did I miss something? Guy don't buy basketball. Interesting. Was happy to see redemptions are going to be honored for 10 years now. Yep. Yeah, I like that idea too. You know, me, I'm not gonna lie, Matt. I think, from my standpoint, when it comes to redemptions, I don't understand why, to me, they go to spring training, they're gonna have this redemption card, whatever it is. Most of them are sticker autos. Get the players to go ahead and autograph their stickers and then take them, put them on the cards, and put them in the safe or put them in a safe place at Fanatics, at Tops. And then when one gets pulled, you should be able to get it, boom, and send it out right away. There should not be a whole bunch of waiting around for that kind of crap. I think that would be. I really think that would be cool, man. Now new stuff, Smarty Marty. Now new stuff. Oh, so you are buying new stuff. Now you're only buying new stuff. How about not have the redemptions? If you don't have the autos, don't put them in the set. I agree. That's what I'm saying. To me, I d- I never understood the redemption. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've been fortunate to hit two. I'm sorry, three redemptions. Two with Tops, one with Panini. And I'm not gonna. I'm not. I mean, quite honestly, it's not like one took a year. My first one at Tops, but that was part my fault and all stuff that was going on. But one took a year. But what I don't understand, again, is I don't understand the thrill, of it. Wow, you're gonna get an autographed one of five to five card. Why? Like to your point, to your point, like why can't that card already be in there? I have 2 expired and brand cash redemptions. I can't warrant this. You want replacements of Braylon Marquez, or do you want somebody else, Matt? They usually send you packs and stuff for them. Yeah. And the funny thing is I've watched people send like multiple expired redemptions in, and a lot of them they get the exact same packs from Tops back in the 2 or 3 contain and they get a couple of, other cards. Yep. It's a way you think about it, it's I guess they look at it as another little hook to try and get excuse me, to try and get you to buy the box. Hey man, you can get redemptions out of this product. Ooh, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Does it really make a difference who's it gonna be if you're not gonna get it? In 10 years? Really? 10 years to go ahead and get it. Again, I don't, we don't really talk about the guy a lot on any of our channels, but you look at the guy from Tampa Bay. So if that player has had a redemption last year, what good is it if that redemption's 10 years long? Does it make a difference? Yeah, no replacement. You just have to wait 10 years. You have to wait 10 years to get your replacement. To get your replacement. Look at my Gators you don't have. I can't stand the Gators. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't care for redemptions. I mean, like I said, for me from a standpoint of is I was very surprised out of my two with tops, one literally took 1 year and 3 days. And I remember it because I mailed it in on the 9th of December in like, whatever, 2022. And I received it on the 12th of December in 2023. And then the SOB freaking smudged his autograph by putting it in this penny sleeve or the top loader or leaned on it or whatever. What a effing waste. But I would love to see them do more of the relic type stuff, but cool relic stuff. Like we said, before, like the knob of the bat. That would be awesome. You know, um, some of them is weird. Some of them they do like, they cut up cleats. I saw somebody who pulled like an Aaron Judge cleat card. I don't think that's pretty cool. I don't like that. I do like sometimes, where they'll do like the button on the hat. I think that one could be pretty cool. To me, do the logo of the hat, right? If they can cut that out, slap that on a game worn hat, it gets a little sweat stains in there. That would be pretty cool. I think that would work. But the hobby, they the one thing they got to get away from, you know, is the not used or not game, not used in a game or just player one and stuff like that. And I actually saw I don't know if it was an IG post or some kind of post, but it was Mark Ingram, and I don't know how many it was, and I don't know if it was all the same player, but he was wearing the one jersey you could see was Jeremy Shockey's jersey from the Saints, and it looked like he had 15 or 20 jerseys on. So, you think about it, they say player worn. It doesn't have to be by the actual player on the card. As long as it is a player, an actual cleat sticking through the actual base patch. That would be pretty cool. Now, that's the one thing everybody thinks player worn. Player worn does not mean the actual player on the card. You know, Matt loves Braylon Marquez. He could get, one of his patch cards that says player worn. That could have been, worn by, I don't know, Dexter Fowler when he was there or somebody else. It doesn't have to be the actual player. So that's something to go ahead and that has to be, considered. Yeah, it was so I saw the post. I mean, again, he had to have on at least 15 jerseys. 'Cause when you saw him, I mean, his like, they came up to about here on him. He had, like, no neck. I mean, not that football players have necks, but he had no neck, and you could see, he couldn't put his arms, straight down. He had his arms out. I mean, it was crazy. It's crazy to sit there and, you know, puts it on, takes it off, player worn. Everybody who buys that, everybody who pulls that Jeremy Shockey card, back in the day when that happened, or anybody who goes online and buys one and goes, "Ooh, player one." That could have been won by Mark Ingram. That's why I don't know. Yeah. I doubt he was calling you stupid, Dusty. Even though you don't buy sealed basketball, he's not calling you stupid. So it's going to be interesting to see what Fanatics does as they go forward. I mean, some of the things they're doing pretty cool. The debut patch. I thought that was great. But like we've said number of times, well, don't just put that in the super high. Don't put that in the high end stuff. You know, have the normal guy and girl and kid, who goes to Walmart or Target and sees a box of Series One. Give them the opportunity. Throw somebody in there. See, I knew that, Dusty. Matty Ice is way too nice. Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. But I agree, the whole redemption thing, I've never understood it. You know, I don't like, to me personally, especially when you think about what is going on with redemptions, it ruins it takes away from the excitement. You're going through, when you see these guys opening up these hobby boxes, and doing all this stuff and everything, and that they go ahead and they're going through and they're supposed to get an autograph, and that's the thrill. The thrill is when you open that box and it says you have an autograph, of going through and actually pulling it and putting it in your hand. Does it make a difference who it is? Yeah, most of the time, but just the fact that you get one, you know? I mean, you think about it. Hey, Zach, how you doing, buddy? I mean, just imagine Matty Ice's face if he were to go ahead and open up a box and he look and gets a Nico on card autograph. Imagine the look on his face rather than getting a redemption. What about buying a hobby box and it's feel like a normal box and it actually has an player's signed sweater and game worn hat? That would be pretty cool. Imagine that. You talk about like surprise hobby boxes. That would be pretty slick, man. That would be pretty slick, Dusty. You're thinking you're buying a box of Heritage and you get it and boom. Yep. He has to open it in the basement studios. I mean, I really shouldn't talk about Mighty being in the basement. Although I'm not in the basement, I am downstairs. you know. But like I said, the whole redemption thing, I think, like Locken had said, they can do, a whole, they can do there's so much with it if they were to do it right. But to me, again, that goes back to the have it ready. If you I understand you wanna do it, but what is the idea of waiting for it to come back from the player? Like, I don't get that part. I don't get that part of the redemption process. Like, "Ooh, you put it in." So, obviously, I mean, I don't know how this works. Maybe somebody does, and if somebody, lock in, or if anybody, Maddie, Dusty, Zach, maybe if anybody who's listening right now, watching, and maybe if you understand how redemptions work, but I mean, to me, it sounds as though, you send your redemption in. Oh, I have a Sami Zayn redemption card. And they take the card and they mail it to Sammy. Sammy's supposed to sign it and then mail it back. Why? If Especially if it's just gonna a lot of them nowadays are all damn stickers. So just have Sami Zayn a crap ton of stickers. And when you get that redemption, slap that sticker on there and send it on its way to whoever went ahead and got it. Nope, this is not the garage. The garage is at the Rip and Chips. This is downstairs. I guess I have, what do they call it? Like a high ranch. When you come in the front door, you can go upstairs or downstairs. So I'm not below ground here like Matt. Matty Ice is below ground. He's in the shelter. You know what I'm saying? Tornado comes, Matty Ice, he's downstairs with his cards. He should be okay. Tornado comes, I'm downstairs with my cards. See all those boxes right there? All those boxes. Woo, somebody's having a great time picking up all those cards and all these cards that are sitting right here. But like I said, I would love to see them do, to me, if it's going to be a redemption, make it something cool. Make the redemption a base from a game. Even if you, let's say, cut the base in four, one of four, first base, one of four. You cut the base in four pieces, and that is what your redemption is. Your redemption is from, like for instance, take all the bases from Jackie Robinson Day, right? Cut them up. Jackie Robinson Day 2024. Cut them all up. Have them in the warehouse. In 2025, that's your redemption. Now that would be cool. Think about that. Imagine if you went ahead and got a piece of a base that was used in a game on Jackie Robinson Day. That'd be awesome, you know? It's a buy level, man. Or just a signed ball. That would even be better. Yeah, some of those ones were cool. Do you know anybody who pulled one? Did you see any of them pulled? Did you see any of the, "Hey, we will go ahead and follow you"? No. You know? No. I mean, I haven't seen any of that, of those redemption type stuff being pulled. I'm not saying they're not being pulled. All I'm saying is I haven't seen them. So that, doesn't mean that they're not real. I've never seen $1 million, but I know $1 million is real, you know? But I think there's some cool stuff that they could do between baseballs, um, between, like I said, bases on special days. I think, do they do a Roberto Clemente Day? I don't know if they just do Jackie Robinson, or if they do other ones, but that would be a flippin' really cool redemption. You get it certified, bam. People, to me personally, I think people would go crazy for that. So one guy pulled a Goldschmidt jersey redemption. Cannot remember who it was. Nice. I just like I said, I just think there are things that they could go, "Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Is it Dami the Sawamami? Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut Mating 11 cut. Hut, hut." You know? I would love to see, like I said, I would love to see something different from a redemption standpoint, get away from the, oh, the 5. It's funny when you think about it, right? They'll make a redemption that, might be a to 25, or they'll make a redemption that might be, to 10, but one of one's getting packages. One and ones go in packs. To fives go in packs. And you would think that if it was a redemption, it would be something along those lines. It would be something along the lines of, you know, uh, you know, something more special than a to 25 or to 50, you know, or even some of them are to 75, you know, make redemptions, 5 or less, 10 or less. Maybe that's what you can do, make it more special by making it not, making it be to shorter print cards. How expensive would Top Series 2 be if you could go get a game used Dami sock? Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Right now, I'm telling you right off the charts. Uh-oh. Just man, a trade response. Must have been something big on Saturday. That happened. I guess that live stream was pretty darn good, man. I'm surprised they don't do more, relic stuff with basketball. I mean, I know they do jersey, but again, I guess, certain things they want to keep, but could you have could you have taken one of the basketballs when LaFlop went to hit 40,000? Could you take one of those basketballs and cut it up and make that special from that game? You know, I know. Oh, I didn't know there was the big, the big, what do you call it? The big fundraiser. So I thought maybe this trade that you guys were trying to work on came out of something from that. you know, I just think it would be cool if they, when it comes to redemptions, put them in, or if you don't want to, make it something along that lines. Hey, again, you go, this is from one of the basketballs that were used in that game. There are so many cool things I think they could do. Like I said, from a baseball perspective, Jackie Robinson Day, cut up bases, and don't take, a base and cut it into, 100 pieces. Make it special. Do it in 4. Just cut the base in 4. That would be so freaking cool to go ahead and get. No matter what, well, I shouldn't say no matter what stadium, because I would not want one from the stadium here in Atlanta. I would take it and, probably sell it, but not every stadium. Just one game ball, the rest are just warm ups. Yeah. 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 So, like I said, I mean, it would be nice. Ivy relics. Dude, wow. That would be freaking cool. Locking. Imagine that. Your relic is a leaf off of the ivy at Wrigley Field. What are you saying is that you're all about I'm all about the base. I'm all about the base, about the base, about the base. I'm all about the base, about the base, about the base. Yep. Well, what if you sealed the card? What if you found a way to seal it? Something that you could encapsulate it, right? You could go ahead and encapsulate it. I mean, just like slab it up, slab it up. I mean, I mean, like you say, I mean, there are so many things that they could do if they wanted to, with a little ingenuity. You know, uh, you know, you could, you know, you could probably do some kind of pesticides on that son of a gun. It'll look green. Treat it like McDonald's hamburger or a Twinkie. You're gonna make your own line of crazy cards. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I wasn't able to get into anything. Like I said, I wanted to, but with baseball and then just other stuff going on, I had to travel. So, I think again, I don't know anything about numbers or anything, Dusty, but I'm sure anything that we could do to put together to help out one of our fellow members in the card community, it's definitely going to be worth it. You know, it's it's interesting. It's the, the way that works, and in our at need. Yeah, mail day surprises are really cool, really really cool. But I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff they could do for the players. I wish from a fan perspective, I don't know why not a redemption be 2 tickets to the World Series. You know, 2 tickets to the now the bad part is if that relic never gets picked, you don't put a date on. You don't put a date on it. It's 10 years. You get 2 tickets to a World Series game, right? Matty Ice Card and Rip's win was freaking awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you won something, Dusty. You crazy guy, you. Maddie's a Valley girl for sure. I tell you though, I would really like to see some. I really would like to see some better, some more value come in some product. I really wish we could see some of the prices, uh, the prices go down a little bit. Which I know. Look, let's face it. I don't think that's going to happen. You know, I mean, why would a company lower prices? It doesn't. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. You know, we hobby to us, it's still a very big business to them. And they're not going to, you know, um, you know, they're not going to give away stuff. Just not happening. The best thing I opened in 6 months. More about that 90s basketball. I didn't say for sure. I thought the Midwest people have a natural lisp. But I tell you one product to go ahead and get ready for. It's excuse me. It's going to be absolutely amazing. One of the things that I'm looking forward to, not I would love to buy a box to put away with my with my Panini Prism collection of WNBA. I would buy like one. I'd buy 2 blasters a year and just put them away since Panini started. I'd love to be able to do that with this next batch. I just don't think we're going to see them as available with Caitlin Clark being in there. I wonder what's gonna happen. I mean, you talk about a release day that people are gonna be looking forward to for once for the WNBA. I mean, you think about not skill wise, not I'm not talking about anything that they may do on the court or or on the ice or anything, but you think about from a standpoint of what the potential of Connor Bedard did for upper deck prices for those few products. Think about what Caitlin Clark is going to do for the price of WNBA hobby boxes or blaster boxes. Now, the one thing is how much of it is going to be printed? Are they going to print the crap out of it? I'm thinking Panini will. Why? Because it's their shot. They finally can go ahead and sell WNBA because there's going to be a lot of people who would never, ever, ever touch WNBA are going to be going out there and going crazy for it. Yeah. Big John, what is happening? My buddy, how are you? How are you? How are you? Let me know when you got style of sell again so I can come get some and do a giveaway. Johnny, Maddie, Firestarter. Hey, hey, hey. Doing great and you. I'm doing very well. Just got back from Alabama early today. Was working in Alabama since Sunday. So Maddie is going to have a sale sometime in June. Is the basement cooler in June, or yeah, is it probably a little warmer in June? I mean, you may not, Matt. Who knows? You may be going to Indiana Fever practices. Oh, did you get some? Does Tony have them at the LCS? 2023 Most Improved Pole Dancer. He was in Greenbow, Alabama. That's right, me and Jenny. I was running. I was running. Cause stupid ass, stupid does. See, Dusty, that's where you're wrong because I actually probably lived further north than Maddie and yourself. I lived up in Saratoga Springs, New York, which is right at the feet of the Adirondack Mountains. So when it get cold, I know about cold. When we got snow, I know about snow, my brother. Oh, hey, Dom, are you looking for bookings for John? They did buy sold out in 5 minutes, but so they sold out in the store. Wow, they sold out in the store. Damn. You made a funny. Yes, you done did. um, yeah, I was gonna go buy my LCS. There's two that are pretty much the same distance away. So I was planning tomorrow to go there. I completely forgot that regular Bowman is coming out next week. I thought Bowman was coming out this week also. 4 packs, but nothing to write home about. You are a pack man. I may have some jumbo packs for sale. I don't know, maybe not. I'm telling you, check this out. Again, we were talking about Tops and their football product. Look at this out there looking at, man. That's pretty cool. Reggie got his Heisman Trophy back. I don't know if that was, tops DPP rookie, you know? That was pretty cool. Tops is having some nice stuff. They really are. I like how they're doing, look at this, CJ Stroud, one of one. I mean, they do have some they are coming out with some unique stuff. So they definitely are coming out with some unique stuff. Yes, Locke had mentioned that before. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand that. I really, really, really don't understand why that product is gonna be that much money. Yep. Series 2 is June 11th, June 12th. And they're gonna release Donruss Baseball. I'm very, very surprised that they're gonna do Donruss Baseball on the same day. I mean, it's a shame. There's like hardly anything coming out. I mean, it literally is amazing. You know, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know really if they have said yet. I'm not sure. Let me see if they have anything on here. I'll look right now. Um they're not saying. They're just saying that they'll have jumbos, they'll have retail, they'll have blaster boxes, and they will have hangers. They'll have hobby, jumbo, retail, a value, value, a blaster value box, and a hanger. There is no checklist at this moment. I would think, yeah, I would think you'll see Yamamoto. I think you'll see Shohei. I think you'll see Shohei in his Dodgers uniform. I think I think Series 2, I think, will be a good. Yeah, they'll probably put Ellie all in there also. So I think you're looking at. I would think you'd get Ellie. I think you get Yamamoto. Um, I don't know. Uh, some of these other. I don't know. Some of these other guys, I'm not 100% sure of. But I think from there, I would assume. To me, I don't know. The two that I am wondering what they will do with will be Soto and Otani. When will they have them in their Dodger and Yankee uniforms? I know they had them in, as a super short print, in series 1, but will they have an actual, photo from a game, not a photoshopped one, but photo from a game? Yeah, Imaga. Lee from San Francisco is another one. Yeah. I mean, I think they have to. They have to get done. You can't wait for update. I don't think with Ellie, I don't think with Yamamoto, I don't think with the what do you call it? With the Japanese players that came over, and Maga also and Lee. I don't think you can wait with update for those guys. I think you gotta get them in in series 2, and then update maybe. I honestly, Dom, I think they will hold off on those 2 guys to update. I mean, yeah, to update series because to see how they do. I mean, Holiday's already gotten sent back down, so there's always a chance, I mean, he gets called back up and maybe he sticks. They probably want to wait and see if that to me, he didn't get enough games in. Lighter's got what, one game so far, I think. Um, so I think they would want, again, see him a few more games before they decide to put them in. But I don't think I think those are candidates for update. Yeah, Holiday got sent down. Yeah, but I think those are candidates for update. Some of the other guys I'm not sure of. Honestly, not a lot of rookies. Um, are jumping out. Right now. I mean, there's some of them are doing you doing really well, but I mean, hey, it's strange, right? Hey, Ellie De La Cruz is a rookie. Yeah, but he's got a lot of experience. From that standpoint. But I think he's one of those players. Again, but update is going to be the interesting one. It's going to be. I think we will see like Baltimore called up. Was it Kirsten Hersted? I think his name is. If he sticks, I could see him being an update guy. From that standpoint. Um, I don't know what other rookies we could be looking at. Yep, definitely. Does the kid Limpscomb, does he have a card? Because I know he's a rookie, right? I believe, I mean, he could be a guy who could be there. Reds above 500, yep. PCA will have his third rookie card. And will be, yeah, he will be the new Randy Rosarena. He definitely will be the one who has like 17, rookie cards. Yep. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. I don't know. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I don't really again I don't really see a lot of rookies right now that are jumping out the screen. You have not seen a PCA card yet? No, he's had. I don't think he's been on. He's definitely not. He hasn't been on a major league. But he just. I don't know. He didn't play enough. I mean, I don't know. T-Boggin. Mantis, how you doing, buddy? You can get a case of last year's Prism Blasters with that dude grinder on the cover for. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't gonna touch it this next season. Not with Caitlin. Hell no. I mean, it's gonna be freaking nuts of what those things are gonna go for. They bet, and I'm telling you right now, I cannot see Panini them not printing the crap out of that stuff. I cannot see them going ahead and holding back the presses. They're gonna say, "Hey, we have tons of this WNBA product sitting around. Print the hell out of it and make up for the last 4 years." Yeah, he does. He's been a yo-yo, man. Yeah, Lipscomb. He's a guy. I mean, I don't know how well he's doing, but he was another guy who's a rookie who's up. Um, Raffaella for Boston is another one who comes to mind. From that standpoint. Let's see, 2024 MLB rookie. Evan Carter. Don't forget. Oh, Jackson Churio. Do they have cards? Did Evan Carter? I know Evan Carter was in big league, but was Evan Carter have a rookie card in Series One or Cheerio? Wyatt Langford for Texas. That's another one. I could see him being an update series. Junior Caminero, maybe. Lee. Colt Keith for Detroit. That's another one. Mason Wynn for St. Louis. Michael Bush for Matty Ice's Cubs. Noah Shunwell for the Angels. There are some guys who, Jackson Merrill is another one. So there will be. Yeah. I think Woods, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think Bush. That should be how his entrance is. Now batting, Michael Bush. Yeah, I think Woods. That's why I think, I think so. I think if they bring if Leiter stays, Leiter is an update in my opinion. If they bring Holiday up before the All-Star game, I think and he stays, he can be an update. Woods definitely same type of guy. You're going to the Mets game tomorrow. Good luck. Good luck. So I think there are some there. I think I can see them. Some of the guys who came out of the gate making their teams. I can see them being in series two. So like an Evan Carter, a Langford, a Colt Keith, or maybe like I said, if Kirsten Hira's, not Kirsten Hira, what the heck's his name? The guy from Baltimore. Come on, man. Well, you know what I'm talking about. The guy from Baltimore who just came up. I can see him going ahead, and if he sticks, being in an update. I think anybody who comes up after the All-Star game, I don't think they'll be an update. I think we'll wait and they'll try and do the same type of thing. Kubarooskies. Have fun. Yeah, with Holiday going down, man, I don't know. I mean, I think he has to come back up and he needs to stay. I think he needs to come, go back, get straight, come back up, and then stay for a while. Like, 'cause I think, 'cause I don't think, he going up, coming down, up and down, using those options. I don't think it would be worth it I don't think Tops would think it would be worth it putting him in, update. I just don't see how they, how that would work for them. What's my talking about? Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you that, Washington, the Nationals, that they got a good haul. When they did the right thing with Soto, then they did get some, they got a good haul for him. Um, they need some of these young pitchers to, turn around a little bit and start doing a little bit better, from that standpoint. Hassel, Cruz, and Woods, and then some of the guys they have right now, Colton Cowser. Yeah, I think he's a. Well, we have his rookie cards already, didn't we? Or was that big league? I know big league's different. I'm not sure, but yeah, to me, if he, to me, if Cowser is not, if he's not in series, if he wasn't in series one, which I don't remember, I didn't really open up. I mean, I did open up a lot for other people, but I wasn't paying attention, so he probably was in series one. From that standpoint. But the Nationals, Cruz, Hassel, and Young. I mean, Woods. That's a heck of an outfield potential. Yeah. I thought he might be in series one. I thought I remember seeing him series one. Darren Baker, another one for Washington. John, I don't know. I don't know. If George Steinbrenner were alive, 100% that Juan Soto would sign with the Yankees because he would offer him something damn near close to Otani. Here's my thing with Soto and the next players that are in that big contract tier. Are they going to start doing what Otani did? You know, I mean, does Soto sign that same type of a deal with the Yankees that allows them then to go get one or two other players? I think that is the big question. That deal, the way that deal was worked for Otani, will potentially more teams look to do that? Oh, he's going ahead and I mean, he's putting himself in a position to where turning down 440 million is going to be a good is going to look really good. It's going to look like a really good decision. That's the crazy part. He's going to put up numbers and at the end of the year, people looked at him the last couple years and like, "Oh my gosh, what is wrong with him? He turned down 440 million. He's crazy, blah 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 blah." If he keeps doing what he's doing, yeah, I think uh you know, I think people will turn around and go, "Man, what a fantastic a fantastic season." When you look at what he did last year, in 2022, 275 to 236, 242 is last year in Washington when he got traded, right? And you look at San Diego last year, 275. He still hit 35 home runs and drove in 110 runs. People forget that. And he still had 132 walks, but they thought it was a down year. And now you look at what he's doing with the Yankees. Unbelievable. Probably not. Yeah, Skeens is another one. He is doing incredible in the minor leagues. Um, there are some people. So I was reading some stuff about him, Matt. There are people thinking that Pittsburgh could call him up this year. Now, I think Pittsburgh may call him up, you know, in September and let him get a few games and stuff. But I think they will play I think Pittsburgh will play the game with Skeens. When you look at what the guy's doing, right? What he is projecting to be. Again, now projections don't matter because the way these guys, I mean, as much as they are projecting Skeens to be unbelievable, if he's going to continue to throw this hard and all the other kind of stuff, he's going to be just like name insert pitcher name Jacob DeGrom, Cole, Verlander. Then the list Strider. The list goes on and on. He's gonna have an elbow problem at some point in time, you know. But I can definitely, yeah. But I can definitely see them playing, the calendar game with him from that standpoint. But so there's a little rule or not rule, let's call it incentive that a lot of people don't really know about that MLB put in. And it was to get teams to call up players that deserve to be called up before that day, in what is it, in May or so, where that's X number of days in the big leagues and you qualify. What they are actually starting to do, what they're trying to do is incentivize the teams to call that player up. And if the player is like wins the rookie of the year or finishes like second in the rookie of the year, they give them like a what is it called? Compensatory draft pick in between the first and the second round. So they are trying to see if they can do that type of stuff. I don't know. I mean, what good is it? But again, with a player like Skeens, do you bring him up and do you try and lock him up? Do you try and get through? You look at what the team and you look what the baseball team in Georgia does with their young guys, and they sign these guys when most people think they shouldn't. And they have very, very friendly team deals. They may be for a lot of money, but they're very, very friendly deals. When you look at what the contract Acuna has, when you look at the contract Albies has, even Austin Riley, and even though he signed, for a lot of money, the way the contract is, and it's like a 10-year contract already. So look at what Milwaukee did with Cheerio. Like I look at my Mets, and to me, it's like, hey, do that with Alvarez. I mean, he's proven, even though his average and stuff like that, he's proven that he wants to be there, that he can handle it. Do that same type of deal with him. Batty, do the same type of deal, man. Hey, I agree. They could do that to you all day long. I'm okay with it. I mean, Dom, if that's what you want, I mean, look, I'm not going to deny my friend what he wants. you know. But I wish, and that's why I'm saying, and I truly wonder, what is that Otani contract going to do for teams? Does it now potentially, and I don't know. I mean, it's still $700 million. It's not like I mean, it's still he's still owed the money. So I don't think all of a sudden you can get like Juan Soto signed with Pittsburgh 10 years or 14 years, $700 million, but it's 2 million a year for 14 years, and then a balloon payment at the end. I mean, it's still, you still got to be able to afford it. And I don't think that's going to go ahead and happen. Alrighty. Maddie, ice, ice, baby. I wish you nothing but sweet dreams of na 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 Nico. Like I said, the whole thing is going to be interesting to see what they want to do with these young players and keep them around. Like the Reds, Dusty, Dusty's a Red fan. Reds got some good young talent. They got Lodolo, they have Green, they have Ashcraft. Those are the three pitchers that come to mind, right? And then you have Matt McLean, you have Ellie. What are you going to do with some of these young guys? You know, what are you going to do? I think that's the interesting part of some of these teams. How are they going to handle this? From that standpoint, I wonder. I wonder. I could never understand why more teams didn't do what they do here in Georgia. And I know they've tried. I mean, I know, I mean, the Mariners were successful with theirs. The Royals, Lawkins Royals were theirs. Yeah, I mean, I hope Benson goes ahead and gets a good shot. It would be. It would be great. Ripping and a flipping, Mr. Tig Balkin says, yeah. Bum my fans. I don't know. It's gonna be Justin Dunn. He's one of those guys who, again, you thought, he was gonna be, a lot of talent and everything. And I don't know. I think when you look at the way the talent is, a lot of guys, you know, there are a lot of teams that want to hoard their talent. They don't want to trade. They don't want to give away a young player to go ahead and improve their current team. And for some teams, it doesn't work out, and some teams it does work out. You need those. You need those evaluators, who really dig deep and look and can watch and can see and go, "Hey, this guy is really good. He can be the next, guy, right?" But I don't know. Pardon me. Ah, man, my Islanders lost in the playoffs. Horrible, horrible, horrible. They got to shake that damn team up. Got to get some more hockey cards listed, especially from the teams that are still go cracking in the playoffs. Celtics ended the Heat's season. The Miami Heat have fun in Cabo. New York Knicks, they stunk it up. Oof, man, that was a tough loss yesterday, Dommy. Tough loss by the New York Knickerbockers. Hey, Dommy, what'd you think about your team's football draft? Ripping and flipping, Mantis, Johnny. What'd you guys think? Anybody who's left? Oh boy, there ain't many of these here anymore. All right, we only got a couple left in here, but hey, we'll end on these questions. What do you guys who are still here? What'd you think about your draft, your football draft? Good, bad, or indifferent? What do you think? Happy, unhappy? Pete Crow drove in the run that beat the Mets today. Man, Magana or Imangana, whatever the hell you say his name. Holy crap. Wow. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 7 innings, 87 pitches, .78 ERA. You don't watch the draft, so no clue. Burrow needs to stay healthy. I believe the Bengals did go ahead and take uh I believe the Bengals did wind up choosing a wide receiver in the first round, I believe, if I remember correctly. No, they did not. They took an offensive tackle and a defensive tackle. Oh, they did. They took a wide receiver in the third round. They were okay. I mean, they got Amaris Mims, the offensive tackle from Georgia, who people So they were looking for some protection, from that standpoint. Haven't watched football in a long time. Did they? Well, no, they didn't. They would. So unfortunately, those guys got taken beforehand. But the the Giants didn't have a lot of picks, Dommy. But I will tell you one thing again: I mean, if you get a chance to watch, but they took Malik Neighbors out of LSU, probably the second best wide receiver. They got him a very very good pick for them. A lot of people thought maybe they would go quarterback at that pick to get Danny Dimes' replacement, but they did not. So uh, that was a good pick, for them from that standpoint. But again, like I said earlier in the show, if you're a guy who sell or a girl who sells on eBay, and you have Bowman U football, get them suckers listed. I have a few listed, and they went Rogers and the Jets and him on Pat's show. Yeah, That'd be cool. I I'm an up in the air guy when it comes to Patty's show. I'm not saying I don't like it, but yeah, it is what it is. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, been going for an hour 20. We are going to shut it down. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight and let me talk some baseball and some sports with you. I will be live tomorrow night, ripping and shipping. I have some heritage, still got some big league, I got basically all the stuff that's out there. I am going to swing by the LCS, see if I can pick up some of them minis, just because they seem to be hot. But thank you very much to all you supporters. Appreciate each and every one of you more than you know. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys either tomorrow or at the next rip.